Hi! Today I'm going to show you which books I bought myself or received as presents in January. I'm a sucker for tiny books with good design, so I got some of those. First of all, I have We Should All Be Feminists by Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie, and this is a sort of adaptation of her amazing TED Talk that she did by the same title, which I will link in the description. She's also the author of Americana, which is definitely on my wish list. I've already read this and it is, you know, what it says. It talks about why everyone should be a feminist. If you've sort of done a lot of reading about feminism, it is sort of the basics of it, but it's very clear and, you know, you can never hear this enough times. Then there's this tiny little booklet and it's just a short story. It was only £1 and it is The Lottery by Shirley Jackson. It has some quotes by Donna, Tartt and Neil Gaiman on the front. If I remember correctly, Suzanne Collins mentioned something about this being part of the inspiration for writing The Hunger Games, but I'm not entirely sure. Anyways, that won't take me very long to read. I think these things are also really good birthday gifts. You give someone a story that is beautifully designed and isn't a huge commitment. And then we have The Tourists by Julianne Pachico. It's kind of shimmery. I picked this up in Donna books. It's about a big party in a country house in Colombia, and the person who's throwing the party is very excited about everyone that's coming and how it's going to be a great evening. And then things start becoming a bit creepy and things start going wrong and his daughter is missing. Apparently a group of uninvited guests closely watch his every move. I forgot about this one. Got another tiny book. This is called Nothing Except My Genius, The Wit and Wisdom of Oscar Wilde. I thought I was picking up a short story, but I didn't really look inside of it very carefully. And so I think they are just quotes, sort things that Oscar Wilde has said. Then I have some Christmas gifts. From Lena, I received Dear Reader by Paul Fournel, which is by Pushkin Press, and it is about the world of publishing, books, and authors. Lena also works in publishing and she had a look at this and she thinks I would be able to relate to this a lot. And then from Rosianna, I received Ode to London, Poems to Celebrate the City. It's beautifully designed. I do love poetry and I should read more of it, and this just has poems for all different parts of London and I'm very excited to dip in and out of this. Then on that same trip to Donna books that I mentioned earlier, I finally picked up this book, The Secret History by Donna Tartt. One of those books that everyone has been telling me to read, and actually I have no idea what it's about and I kind of don't want to know. So I'm not going to read the back, and I'll put a link to the Goodreads page in the description in case you want to know more about it. And then finally I received 2 books from Books in My Bag. You might remember I've done a couple of videos with them and they're constantly promoting bookshops. They sent me this graphic novel which is called Suffragette, which I've seen around and I've seen people talk about it. The topic of this one is pretty easy to guess. This is an example of what the inside looks like. And then finally they also gave me How to Be a Heroine by Samantha Ellis, or What I've Learned from Reading Too Much, which is obviously exactly my cup of tea. It has different chapters about different books and the female main characters and kind of what Samantha learned from each and every one of them. So that was the completed January haul. As usual, all the links will be in the description. If you've read any of these books, let me know in the comments and I'll talk to you guys later. Doei! Hello me cool.